Hello, this is Chris, and today I'm gonna read you the story of the Stinky Cheese Man. It's my favorite book since childhood, and also I got this from Amazon Kindle because I love this story so much. Sorry, I'm coughing though. Been like this. Hopefully, I'll probably get some medicine somehow and just rest for a while. So I'm gonna read the story though, and after that, I'll probably explain to you the references though from the Stinky Cheese Man parody story, probably tomorrow or so. Let's see. The Stinky Cheeseman and Other Really Stupid Tales by John Cieska and Lane Smith. I have found a kernel of wheat, said Little Red Hen. Now, who will help me plant this wheat? Where is the lazy dog? Where is the lazy cat? Where is the lazy mouse? Wait a minute, hold everything. You can't tell your story right here. This is the end paper. The book hasn't even started yet. Who are you? Will you help me plant the wheat? I'm Jack. I'm the narrator, and no, I can't help you plant the wheat. I'm a very busy guy trying to put a book together. Now, why don't you just disappear for a few pages? I'll call when I need you. But who will help me tell my story? Who will help me draw a picture of the wheat? Who will help me spell the wheat? Listen, hen, forget the wheat. Here comes the title page. Title page for the Stinky Cheeseman and Other Fairly Stupid Tales. I know, the page is upside down. I meant to do that. Whoever looks at the dedication stuff anyhow. If you really want to read it, you can always just stay on your head. Or I just flip my phone over. This book is dedicated to a close personal special friend. Your name here, JS and LS. Introduction. A long time ago, people used to tell magical stories of wonder and enchantment. The stories were called fairy tales. The stories are not in this book. The stories in this book are almost fairy tales, but not quite. The stories in this book are fairly stupid tales. I mean, what else would you call a story like Goldilocks and the Three Elephants? This girl walked into the woods, smells peanut porridge cooking. She decided to break into the elephant's house, eat the porridge, sit in the chairs, and sleep in the beds. But when she gets in the house, she can't climb up on baby elephant's chair because it's too big. She can't climb up on mama elephant's chair because it's much too big. And she can't climb up on papa elephant's chair because it's much, much too big. So she goes home. The end. If you don't think that's really stupid, you should read Little Red Riding Shorts or maybe The Stinky Cheese Man. In fact, you should definitely go read the stories now because the rest of this introduction just kind of goes on and doesn't really say anything. I stuck it until the end here so it will fill out the page and make it look like I really knew what I was talking about. So stop now. I mean it. Quit reading. Turn a page. If you read this last sentence, it won't tell you anything. Jack Up the Hill. Fairy Tale Forest, 1992. Surgeon General's warning. It has been determined that these tales are fairly stupid and probably dangerous to your health. Chicken licking. Okay, I'm gonna give this one a try. I'm not sure if I could just make the whole story though. Once upon a time, Chicken Licking was standing around when a piece of something fell on her head. She wasn't bracing on two legs, so she started running around in circles, clicking, "The sky is blind, the sky is blind. We must tell the president." Chicken Licking ran with friend Ducky Lucky and clucked, "Ducky Lucky, Ducky Lucky, the sky is blind, the sky is blind. We must tell the president." "Let's go," quacked Ducky Lucky. Chicken Licken and Ducky Lucky ran to their friend Goosey Lucy and yelled, "Goosey Lucy, Goosey Lucy, the sky's falling, the sky's falling. We must tell the president." "Let's go," honked Goosey Lucy. Chicken Licken, Ducky Lucky, and Goosey Lucy ran to their friend Cocky Locky and yelled, "Cocky Locky, Cocky Locky, the sky's falling, the sky's falling. The sky's falling. We must tell the president." "Let's go," crowed Cocky Locky. There's Chicken Licken, and there's a piece of something that fell on her head, which I know is the number 12. Wait a minute, cried Jack the narrator. "I forgot the table of contents. I forgot the table of contents." "Hey, you're not in the story," said Chicken Licken. "I know," said Jack the narrator, "but I came to warn you. The table of contents is, 'The sky is blind, the sky is blind,'" clucked Chicken Licken. "We must tell the president." So, Chicken Licken, Ducky Licky, Goosey Lucy, and Cocky Locky ignored Jack the narrator and ran to catch a plane to Washington. Just outside the airport, they met Foxy Loxy. "Foxy Loxy, Foxy Loxy, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. We must tell the president," yelled Chicken Licken, Ducky Licky, Goosey Lucy, and Cocky Locky. "Well, come with me," said Foxy Loxy. I know a shortcut to the airport. Foxy Loxy led Chicken Licken, Ducky Licky, Goosey Lucy, and Cocky Lucky to his cave. He didn't get to eat them though because Chicken Licken was almost right. The sky wasn't falling. The table of contents was falling and squashed everybody. See that, guys? It smashed them. Like pancakes. The princess in the bowling ball. Once let me restart that part, that was bad. Once upon a time, there was a prince. And this prince's dad and mom, the king and queen, somehow got into the royal heads that the princess would be good enough for the boy unless she could fill a pea through 100 mattresses. So it should come as no surprise that the prince had a very hard time finding a princess. Every time he met a nice girl, his mom and dad would pile 100 mattresses on top of the pea and then invite her to sleep over. When the princess came in for breakfast, the queen would ask, "How did you sleep, dear?" Sorry, I've been coughing. The princess will politely say, "Fine, thank you," and the king will show her the door. Now this went on for 3 years, and of course nobody ever felt that pee for 100 mattresses. Then one day the prince met the girl of his dreams. He decided he had better do something about it. That night, before the princess went to bed, the prince slipped his bowling ball under the 100 mattresses. It's much bigger than the pee, though. Yeah, so I should come. When the prince. Okay. When the princess came down for breakfast the next morning, the queen asked, "How'd you sleep, dear?" "This might sound odd," said the princess, "but I think you need another mattress. I felt like I was sleeping on Lumpus' biggest bowling ball." The king and queen were satisfied, the prince and princess were married, and everyone lived happily, though maybe not completely honestly, ever after. The end. See that? That's why you never put a bowling ball underneath your mattresses. It's much bigger, then you might fall off and hurt your back like this princess almost did. Before I read The Ugly Duckling, let me tell you something though. As I said before, I might want to do a little book talk about this story though, which is a parody to any other fairy tales that any of you guys know and love when you were younger. But me, I also prefer Cinderella too because it's my favorite story, so we'll get to that in a moment or something. The Really Ugly Duckling. Once upon a time, there was a mother duck and a father duck who had 7 baby ducklings. 6 of them were regular looking ducklings, the 7th was a really ugly duckling. Everyone used to say, "What a nice looking bunch of ducklings," all except that one. "Boy, he's really ugly." The really ugly duckling hurt his people, but he didn't care. He knew that one day he would probably grow to be a swan and be bigger and like better than anything in a pond. I can totally relate to this story. Well, as it turned out, he was just a really ugly duckling, and he grew up to be just a real ugly duck. The end. See? The Other Frog Prince. Once upon a time, there was a frog. One day, when he was sitting on a lily pad, he saw a beautiful princess sitting by the pond. He hopped in the water and swam over to her and poked his head by the weeds. "Pardon me, oh beautiful princess," he said in a sympathetic voice. "I wonder if you can help me." The princess was about to jump up and run, but she felt sorry for the frog with the sympathetic voice. So she asked, "What can I do to help you, little frog?" "Well," said the frog, "I'm not really a frog, but a handsome prince who was turned into a frog by the Wicked Witch's spell, and the spell can only be broken by the kiss of a beautiful princess." The princess thought about this for a second, then she lifted the frog from the pond and kissed him. Ew. "I was just kidding," said the frog. He jumped back into the pond and the princess wiped the frog slime off her lips. Ugh. The end. Ew, this is why you never kiss any frogs. It's disgusting. Let me look around and see if I can find your frog. Turn him in. See that? They're eating. Let's get on with it. Little Red Running Shorts. Okay, I got this by smelly now, said Jack the narrator. And this next story is even better than the last three. See, it's about this girl who runs very fast and always wears red running shorts. That's where her name comes from. Get it? So, anyways, this girl is running to her granny's house when she meets the wolf. He tricks her into taking a long way while he takes a shortcut. Now, this is the best part because Red runs so fast that she beats the wolf to Granny's house. He knocks on the door, and Red answers it, and guess what she says? My, what's the fruit you have? And that's it. The end. Is that great or what? Now sit back, relax, and enjoy Little Red Ren Shorts. And now, like I already said, Little Red Ren Shorts. You just told the whole story, said Little Red Ren Shorts. We're not gonna tell it again. You can't say that, says Jack. You have to start with Once Upon a Time. No way, says the wolf. You blew it. But you guys are next. Look at the title on top of the page. Little Red Ren Shorts, that's you. Let's go, Wolf. We're out of here. Wait, you can't do this. Your story's supposed to be 3 pages long. What do I do when we turn the page? See that? There's nothing there. I planted the weed, I watered the weed, I harvested the weed. Now do I get to tell my stories to Little Red Hen? Say, what's going on here? Why is that page blank? Is that my page? Where's the lazy dog? Where's the lazy cat? Where's the lazy mouse? How did expect me to tell the whole story by myself? Where's the lazy narrator? Where's the lazy illustrator? Where's the lazy author? Jack's bean problem. Forget that, Hannah. Now it's time for the best story in the whole book. My story, because once upon a time I traded our last cow for 3 magic beans and... Hey, Giant. What are you doing down here? You're wrecking my whole story. Oh, I don't like that story, said the Giant. You always trick me. That's the best part, says Jack. If I'm flurry, I have made my own story. Great rhyme, Giant, and I'm sure your story is just as good, but there's no room for it, so why don't you climb back up the beanstalk? I'll be up in a few minutes till you go on your singing harp. Sorry about that, my funnel has been messing up though. I'll grind your bones to make my bread. I know you understand. And there's another little thing that's been bugging me. Can you please stop talking in uppercase letters? It really messed up the page. I will read my story now, said the Giant, and he did. Giant story. The end of the evil stepmother said, I'll huff and snuff and give you 3 wishes. The beast changed into 7 dwarfs, happily ever after, for a spell had been cast by a wicked witch once upon a time. That's your story, said Jack? You gotta be kidding me. That's not a fairly stupid tale. That's an incredibly stupid tale. That's an unbelievably stupid tale. That's the most stupid tale I ever read. The Giant grabbed Jack and dragged him to the next page. That's a Giant's collage. Look at it though. Jack's story. Once upon a time, there was a giant. The giant squeezed Jack and said, Tell me a better story or I'll grind your bones to make my bread. And when your story is finished, I'll grind your bones to make my bread anyway. Ho, ho, ho. The giant laughed an ugly laugh. Jack thought, he'll kill me if I do, he'll kill me if I don't, just I'm going to get out of this. Jack cleared his throat, and then began the story. Once upon a time, there was a giant. The giant squeezed Jack and said, Tell me a better story or grind your bones to make my bread. My story is finished, I'll grind your bones to make my bread anyway. Ho, ho, ho. The giant laughed an ugly laugh. Jack thought, he'll kill me if I do, he'll kill me if I don't, so I want to get out of this. Jack cleared his throat and began the story. Once upon a time, there was a giant. The giant squeezed Jack and said, Tell me about a story, grind your bones to make me bread, and when your story is finished, you'll grind your bones to make me bread anyway. Ho, ho, ho. Giant laughed and ugly laughed. Jack thought, kill me if I do, kill me if I don't. So I want to get out of this. Jack closed the door and began the story. Once upon a time, there's a giant. Yeah, I'm not reading this part because there's... Yes, it's going on and on and on, blah, blah, blah. See that? Let's get on with the Cinderella bit, though. That one I've been telling you about. Cinderella Rumpelstiltskin, or the girl who really blew it. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful girl named Cinderella who lived with a wicked stepmother and 2 ugly stepsisters. These step relatives were not only wicked and ugly, they also made Cinderella clean the house every day. The stepmother is... One day, the local prince announced that he was holding a fabulous ball at his castle and everyone was invited. The stepmother and stepsisters got all dressed up to go. But as usual, they still made Cinderella clean the house, so she didn't have time to get ready for the ball. After the stepmother and stepsisters got home for the ball, Cinderella sat down and began to cry. Just then, a little man appeared. Please don't cry, he said. I can help you spin straw into gold. I don't think that would do me much good, said Cinderella. I need a fancy dress, glass slippers, and a coach. Would you like to try to guess my name, said the clever little man. Cinderella looked at him. No, not really. Come on, do you think it's Chester? If you don't have a dress, it doesn't really matter. I'll just guess your name, any name. I'm not supposed to touch a stranger, said Cinderella. Then she closed the door and left the little man standing outside screaming, Rumpelstiltskin, Rumpelstiltskin, Rumpelstiltskin. When the stepmother and stepsisters got home for the ball, Cinderella told them about the strange little man. They still made her clean the house. And meaner still, they changed her name to Cinderella Rumpelstiltskin. The end. See that? That's Cinderella and there's Rumpelstiltskin. And there's the giant grabbing Jag when he was screaming for help. Poor guy. The tortoise and the hare. Once upon a time, there was a tortoise who was very slow but very dependable. He would always get where he set out to go. It just took him longer than most people. One day, Rabbit saw the tortoise walking slowly but surely down the road and said, Tortoise, you are so slow. I could probably go here faster than you run. Oh, yeah, said Tortoise slowly. Yeah, said Rabbit. So they decided to race. On the day of the big race, Tortoise and Rabbit landed at the starting line. Owl said, on your mark, get set, grow. Tortoise started to run, Rabbit started to grow his hair. See? There's a tortoise in the hair. I like the pocket watch dog that has Roman numbers. It's pretty cool. Tortoise ran, Rabbit grew his hair. 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 Tortoise is still running. Rabbit is still growing his hair. Not the end. Nya. The Stinky Cheese Man. Hope you guys are ready for this part. Once upon a time, there was a little old lady. Let me start over. That was bad. Once upon a time, there was a little old woman and a little old man who lived together in a little old house. They were lonely, so the little old lady decided to make a man out of stinky cheese. She gave him a piece of bacon for her mouth and 2 olives for her eyes and put him in the oven to cook. When she opened the oven to see if he was done, the smell knocked her back. Ew, what is that terrible smell? She cried. The stinky cheese man hopped out of the oven and ran out the door calling, Run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the stinky cheese man. The little old lady and the little old man sniffed the air. I'm not really very hungry, said the little old man. I'm not really all that lonely, said the little old lady. So they didn't chase Stinky Cheese Man. The Stinky Cheese Man ran and ran until he met a cow eating grass in a field. Wow, what's that awful smell? Said the cow. See that? The Stinky Cheese Man said, I ran away from the little old lady and the little old man, and I can run away from you too, I can. Run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the Stinky Cheese Man. The cat went out of step and said, I bet I could get someone 2 or 3 stomach aches. I think I'll just eat weeds. So the cat didn't chase Stinky Cheese Man either. The Stinky Cheese Man ran and ran until he met some kids playing outside school. Gross, said the little girl. What's that nasty smell? I ran away from a little old lady and a little old man and a cow, and I can run away from you too, I can. Run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the Stinky Cheese Man. A little boy looked at him and sniffed the air and said, If we catch him, a teacher will probably make us eat him. Let's get out of here. So the kids didn't chase Stinky Cheese Man either. By and by, the Stinky Cheese Man came to a river with no bridge. How will I ever cross this river? It's too big to jump. And if I try to swim across, I'd probably fall apart, said, You know who. Just then, a sly fox who shows up in a lot of stories like these poked its head out of the bushes. Well, I just hopped on my back and I'll carry you across, Stinky Cheese Man. How do I know you won't eat me? Trust me, said the fox. So the Stinky Cheese Man hopped on the fox's back. The fox swam to the middle of the river and said, "Oh man, what is that funky smell?" The fox coughed, gagged, and sneezed. Achoo! Achoo! And the stinky cheese man flew off his back and into the river, where he fell apart. The end. Why, stinky cheese man? Why you had to die in the water? Why? Why? Shh. Be very quiet. I'm with the paper up here, so trying to think the book is silver. The big clock is finally asleep. Now I can sneak out of here. Just turn the page very quietly, and that will be me. I found a wheat, I planted a wheat, I grew the wheat, I harvested the wheat, I ground the wheat, I made a dough and baked the bread, said Little Red Hen. And did anyone help me? Did anyone stay straight from my story? So now, said Little Red Hen, who thinks are going to help me eat the bread? Bird, said the giant. Eat, said the giant. And he ate her up and Jack ran away. The end. Let me read it back up for a minute. What is this doing here? This is ugly. Who's this ISBN guy? Who will buy this book anyway? Over 50 pages of nonsense, not only in 3 of them. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you guys so much for listening to me reading, though. And also tomorrow, I'm going to do a little book talk about this story, though. So I can do references of my favorite fairy tales I know, especially the Cinderella part that I love. Well, as always, hope you guys have a good morning, though. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my video, and also hit the bell icon so you won't miss out on any videos or shorts and stuff. And I hope my cough will stop, though, so I can take my medicine, though. Oi. So, anyways. Also, if you want to see me do other stuff, though, or if you ever just gonna see my other posts, just let me know in the comments down below, so I can just let me know in the comments down below. I'll probably follow everyone you got on my social media, like Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, etc. Okay? So, as always, have a nice day. See ya.